Sanitation is one of the biggest challenges Ghana is faced with. Often, people dump refuse into drains and other open spaces. Sometimes, waste collected remains abandoned by the roadside. But this challenge is being addressed by some private waste management companies. One such place is the old Lavender Hill, now called Sewerage Systems Ghana Limited. Prior to the commencement of business here, fecal sludge was inappropriately discharged. The area got its name, Lavender, from the unpleasant smell emanating from the fecal matter discharged into the sea at the time. Today, there is sanity in the management of sanitation here. Tankers from various homes in Accra converge on this facility where they discharge the waste into a pre-constructed tank for processing. Instead of pumping the waste directly into the sea, the fecal matter is processed in laboratories here. The waste is then used for fertilizer for crops, among others.
The final thing is reuse. So we here, that is what we are trying to do. We collect, we treat, and we don't just treat and dump whatever it is. We are trying, you have seen the innovative ways we are trying to reuse whatever we are getting as the end product, because we believe that where sanitation is getting to, it is money. Waste is money. So we are also trying to tap into that and then go with the flow. So that is basically what we are doing, and that's what I believe in. From the start, you have to end up reuse.
But fecal matter is not the only problem that is not properly managed in Ghana. Plastics and other organic waste have become a menace too.
The tricycles that come to your house every day to collect all manner of rubbish, bring it to this place, especially if you are in Western Accra and other surrounding communities. When they bring it here, a lot of work would be done on it. Let's speak to the people who gather and bring this pile of rubbish every day. For you in the house, you just call them baller, but they are a very important part of the environment. Hello, welcome. What's your name?
My name is Jachan Aqua.
Where did you come from with your rubbish?
I come from Glefe.
Glefe?
Yes, sir.
What else? What is in your tricycle? What have you packed today?
We have packed baller.
What kind of baller do you have?
It's a school baller. That is just school baller. The rubbish is rubbers, and then ducks. Yeah.
Do you go to people's home to collect, or you go to school? Which areas do you go to collect?
We go people's houses, and we go to school too.
We go to school. So when you go to people's home, what kind of baller do you collect?
It's just rubbers, and then how they ship inside the house. Yeah.
And they come and give it to you?
Yes, sir.
And then when you go to the school, what do you collect from the school?
The same thing.
Do you pay people to collect their rubbish, or they pay you?
They pay us.
They pay you. How much do they pay you?
They can easily bring that dustbin. We have a type of dustbins. We have sizable one, we have big one. Sometimes they can bring the sizable one, you collect them 2 cities. The big one is 3 cities. And we have the largest dustbin. And that one, you can collect them 10 cities.
Okay. So then you bring it here. How much do you pay, or you collect money for bringing it here?
No, we pay for them before we now pour it.
So you pay to come and pour it here?
Yes, sir.
How much do you pay? So your tricycle is full. Your own is bigger than this one's.
Yeah.
How much do you pay to pour this one here?
Our own is 70 Ghana.
70 cedis?
Yes, sir.
And this small one?
And this one is 45.
That's what you pay to these people?
Yes, sir.
How many times do you come here every day?
Once in a while. Once.
Every day?
Every day one. At the Integrated Recycling and Compost Plant Limited, engineers have come up with a method to segregate municipal waste. Segregation is a big problem as the waste itself. Here, the refuse from homes is segregated into organic, plastics, and metals. These are carefully processed for use, especially by persons in the agriculture sector, as General Manager Betty Brown Yedu explains.
These are the tricycles that usually dump and tip in our facility. In Ghana, we don't segregate at source, and so you have them come with mixed waste, after which they go onto the receiving, the weighing bridge. As you can see, there's a weighing bridge there which is calibrated by the Ghana Standards Authority. They stand there on the weighing bridge, and then the weight of the truck is taken and recorded, after which they are receipted in triplicate. Now, after that is done, they then tip at the receiving bay. And then the whole process starts.
This is not a heap of sand. It is what is termed as compost, also a heap of compost, which is the processed end product of the end product from your house or the waste from your house. This could be lots of other organic materials that you have in your house. Lots of this has been brought here, as you can see from the mini trucks or the tricycles that have been bringing them here all day. And we are told over 100 or so trucks would come here every day to come and dispose of. But that notwithstanding, lots of the garbage from home, lots of the rubbish actually ends up in drains and ends up on the streets, and that never gets to come here. So in as much as institutions or companies like these are trying to fix the sanitation problem on the one side, lots of recalcitrant people are also causing trouble. So these would end up fertilizing your farms, fertilizing the vegetables that you would be eating. It's appropriate to fix your mess from your home.
The Environmental Service Providers Association, ESPA, has been at the forefront of the management of sanitation in Ghana. The group, together with a coalition of NGOs in water and sanitation, CONIWAS, embarked on a field tour to show journalists how the challenges are being managed by private companies. The executive director of the group says waste management methods like the landfill site at Bong are not in the interest of the nation.
Landfilling is not the way forward. We are recommending treatment facilities so that we can treat about 70 to 80% of the waste. Then the residue, what will be left, would go to the landfills. We cannot rule out landfills, but for now, as a nation, we have to also think of ways of treating our waste.
For its part, the coalition of NGOs in water and sanitation, CONIWA, says fixing Ghana's sanitation problem lies in the creation of a national sanitation authority which would ensure coordination among local assemblies.
We have the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. There's no, organ, no structure between that and then the MMDAs. So it makes coordination of sanitation activities very difficult. But we think that if we had the authority, like we have Ghana Health Service, like we have Ghana Education Service, then they will be the implementer. They will facilitate implementation of sanitation. Devoid of the usual politicking that we see at the ministries and departments. And I think that is what should happen. And we want to remind government, there is a pledge that the Vice President made to the people of Ghana at the Mole Conference, that government is preparing to establish the National Sanitation Authority and the National Sanitation Fund. And we look forward to it because we think it will be the game changer.
The Akufo-Addo administration set up a Ministry for Sanitation and Water Resources to address the country's sanitation problems. But not much has been seen about that development. While the government institutions are at it, private companies keep shining the light and showing the way. One such company is the Universal Plastic Products and Recycling Limited along the Tema Motorway, which is recycling plastic waste into dust bins. The company says it can produce enough bins to service every Ghanaian household by simply scavenging for plastic waste.
The result of plastic waste are being converted here. Is a private company that has decided to take this initiative to reuse the plastic that we've always been wasting. Looks pretty cool, and we are told this is part of a plan to have all households in Ghana equipped with dustbins. Let me just quickly talk to the gentleman who is doing this. How long did it take to produce this?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yes, please.
And this is coming out of what type of plastic?
Recycling. We use recycling plastic or the blocking bins and then the virgin.
Okay.
And then add and then the master batch. Then
So if someone drank sachet water and threw it away, you can pick it and turn it into this?
Yes. We can turn it and use it for another product.
I see. That's interesting. What other plastic materials do you do? Just the bins?
Yes, we do bins and then we have processed material also here. Okay. We do have the recycling over there.
I see.